remember in the last class we were discussing about the phase velocity and group velocity. For the sake of continuity, I would like to repeat these two definitions, just expressions for phase velocity and group velocity. Phase velocity comes into picture whenever a single wave is traveling. One wave travel, then the velocity with which the wave is traveling is what we call it as wave velocity or phase velocity. Okay, if the expression for that single wave is given by a is equal to sine omega t minus kx, then the phase velocity is given by, so Vp, V subscript P under phase velocity agate. So Vp is equal to omega divided by k. It's very simple. So phase velocity is given by omega by k. Omega, you know, so T pakka enideyo, T coefficient enideyo adanna numerator barkotidive divided by x pakka kelagade, so n coefficient ideyo andre k ide adanna k anta barkondidive. Please remember illond minus sign ide minus sign na bidbeku. Okay, so leaving the negative sign, so you have to write omega divided by k. So therefore omega can be written as 2 pi f, k can be written as 2 pi by lambda. So 2 pi cancel ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, you will get f into lambda. So therefore this f into lambda itself is your phase velocity or group velocity. It is also given by omega by k. Okay na? ಕೇಳಿಸಿದೆಯಾ?
Okay sir.
Others?
Yes sir.
Okay sir, ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
Okay. ಬರೀ ಕೇಳಿಸೋದಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು. Okay. Now let us move on to the group velocity. Sometimes what happens, there is a bunch of waves that would be traveling in a particular direction. ಕೆಲವು ಸಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ವೇವ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, a bunch of waves, large number of waves ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, so travel ಆಗ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ, they would be traveling together. And if they are traveling together in a particular direction, then such large number of waves, they superpose on each other, and once they superpose each other, so they form a thing that is what we call it as wave packet. Okay, a wave packet is nothing but a superposition of large number of waves. Okay, and whatever the velocity with which that group of waves, or whatever the velocity with which that wave packet that travels, is what we call it as group velocity. So it is denoted by Vg, V subscript G. So V subscript G means group. Okay, so group velocity is denoted by Vg, and expression for group velocity is given by d omega by dk. Okay, omega by k anta tagondre phase velocity barutte. d omega by dk andre omega na with respect to k, so differentiate madkondre that itself becomes Vg, group velocity. Okay, I repeat, phase velocity is the velocity with which a single wave travels, whereas the group velocity is the velocity with which a group of wave travels, or the velocity with which a wave packet travels. It is because superposition of a group of waves actually gives a wave packet. So therefore the corresponding velocity is what we call it as group velocity. It is given by d omega by dk, and therefore this d omega by dk derivation next step ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ. So ಇದಿಷ್ಟು ಹೋಯ್ತು, ತಲೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿದೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so I think we shall proceed. ಹೋಗೋಣ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೆ.
Yes sir.
Okay. So proof of Vg is equal to d omega by dk. So andre idu prove ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, how this Vg is equal to d omega by dk. Okay, to calculate group velocity, actually I have already told, we need to consider large number of waves. Okay, and we have to assume that these large number of waves are superposing, and superposition of large number of waves actually gives a wave packet. Okay, superposing large number of waves, analysis of superposition of large number of waves mathematically is quite difficult. So superpose a large number of waves, for example on the 20 waves anta tagondu 20 waves superpose agi wave group ಅಥವಾ wave packet ಬರ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಥಿಯರಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So therefore what we are doing here, instead of considering large number of waves, we are simply considering only two waves. So using just two waves, assuming that the two waves are traveling in the same direction and they are superposing with each other, it is also possible to find out so expression for the group velocity. It is possible to prove that the group velocity Vg is given by d omega by dk. Okay, so large number of waves ಅಂತಾನೆ ತಗೋಬೇಕು actually group velocity find out ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ large number of waves ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ, just two waves, ಎರಡು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಎರಡು ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ waves ಗಳನ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಸೂಪರ್ಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ವೆಲಾಸಿಟಿ Vg is equal to d omega by dk ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ?
Yes sir.
Yes. Now listen to me very carefully. Correct ಆಗಿ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ. So here, see here, consider two harmonic waves of same amplitude. I am considering two waves. I have already told. I am assuming both the waves have same amplitude. ಎರಡಕ್ಕೂ same amplitude ಅಂತ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. It is also possible to consider two waves of different amplitude, but again we shall neglect. ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ mathematics complication ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಹಾಗಾಗಿ what we are doing is we are considering two waves of same amplitude. Okay, although two waves are of same amplitude, so angular frequency of the first wave I am taking it as omega, angular frequency of the second one I am taking it as b plus d omega. Okay, so that the change in angular frequency between the two waves is d omega. First wave the angular frequency omega atte, second wave the angular frequency omega plus d omega agutte. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಸೊ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಡಿ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವೆರಡರ ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಆಂಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸಿ ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ದಟ್ ಡಿ ಒಮೆಗಾ ಇಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ನಂಬರ್. Okay, and also we are assuming the propagation constant. So for the first wave propagation constant is k, and for the second wave the propagation constant is k plus dk. So the difference is dk, and that dk is very very small compared to k. Okay, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದ್ಯಾ? Are you following?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So I am considering two harmonic waves. Okay, to calculate aim of our discussion is to calculate or to prove Vg is equal to d omega by dk. In order to do this proof, we are considering two harmonic waves, and I am assuming first harmonic wave has an angular frequency omega. Second one has an angular frequency of omega plus d omega. So first wave has a propagation constant of k, and second wave has a propagation of k plus dk. So that compared to k, dk is very small, and compared to omega, d omega is small. Okay, that's why we are taking it as d omega. A difference ಏನಿದೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ d omega ಮತ್ತೆ dk ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. Now I think we can write the two equations. So for the first wave, displacement can be written as y1 is equal to a sin omega t minus kx, because amplitude is a, angular frequency is omega, so propagation is constant is k. So therefore first wave is represented by y1 is equal to a sin omega t minus kx. That is equation 1. Now for the second wave, angular frequency is omega plus d omega, and propagation constant is k plus dk. So therefore how do you write the second wave equation? The second wave equation can be written as y2 is equal to a. ಯಾಕೆ a ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ? ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡರದ್ದು ಆಂಪ್ಲಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. So therefore amplitude is same. So therefore second wave has an amplitude a, and sin of, so in the place of omega, angular frequency is omega plus d omega. So therefore I should write omega plus d omega into t. In the place of k, the second wave has propagation constant k plus dk. So therefore I have written k plus dk into x. Okay, so this is equation 2. So therefore equation 1 and 2 they actually represent so the two waves, first wave and the second wave. So first wave has an angular frequency omega, second wave has an angular frequency of omega plus d omega. First wave has a propagation constant k, and second wave has a propagation constant k plus dk. Okay na? Sari idya?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, so these two waves are traveling in the same direction. The equation 1 represent ಮಾಡಿರೋ wave, ಮತ್ತೆ equation 2 represent ಮಾಡ್ತಿರೋ wave. ಎರಡು ವೇವ್ಗಳು ಕೂಡ they are traveling in the same direction. Since they are traveling in the same direction, they superpose. ಒಂದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು so fall ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So ಒಂದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಒಂದು fall ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that the resultant displacement is given by, okay, the resultant displacement is given by y is equal to y1 plus y2. Okay, y is the displacement of the resultant wave, y1 and y2 are nothing but the displacements of the individual wave, first wave and the second. So therefore this is what we call it as principles of superposition ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. As per principle of superposition, the resultant displacement is given by y is equal to y1 plus y2. Okay, I have substituted equation 1 and that's equation 2 here. ಇದರೊಳಗಡೆ equation 1 ಮತ್ತು equation 2 substitute ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. I think in both the terms y1 and y2 a is common, that a I have taken it outside, a ಆಚೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So first ಇದನ್ನ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ, sin of omega plus d omega t minus k plus dk of x plus sin of omega t minus kx. Okay, ಸರಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಸರಿ ಇದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this equation y is equal to y1 plus y2, it is very simple. I have simply added equation 1 and equation 2 and have taken a outside, and sin of omega plus d omega k plus dk ಅಂತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, the second term I have written it as first ಅಂತ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ತೊಂದರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ So the summation ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. So therefore I have written this first term and sin of omega t minus kx is the second term. Can somebody say what is using that formula? I am simplifying. ಇದನ್ನ simplify ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ ಇದನ್ನ. So a ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ omega plus d omega t minus kx plus dk into x ಇದೆ. b ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ omega t minus kx. So therefore it is 2. So 2 sin a plus b. So therefore there is a 2. So therefore I have written it as 2a. A plus b by 2. A plus b by 2 means so omega plus d omega into t minus kx. Sorry, minus k plus dk into x plus omega t minus kx ಆಗಬೇಕು. Please remember ಇಲ್ಲಿ omega t ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು omega t ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಎರಡು ಆಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So therefore it is omega t ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು omega t. So therefore it is 2 omega. T ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆನೇ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. And there is one more term here d omega. So therefore it is sin of 2 omega plus d omega into t minus ಅದೇ ತರ k minus k ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು minus k ಬರುತ್ತೆ. minus k it is minus 2k. anyhow minus ಆಚೆ ಕಡೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. it is 2k. And there is one more term dk. So therefore it is minus 2k plus dk into x whole divided by 2 because it is a plus by e by 2. And a minus b by 2 means omega t ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು omega t ಇದೆ. sin first term ಒಳಗಡೆ sin omega plus d omega t ಇದೆ. sin second term ಅಲ್ಲಿ omega t ಇದೆ. omega t ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು t into d omega into t ಅಥವಾ t into d omega ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅದೇ ತರ minus k plus dk ಮತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು minus k ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಮೈನಸ್ ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ minus into minus ಇದು ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟರ್ಮ್ ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ therefore minus kx ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು dk into x ಅಥವಾ x into dk. So therefore I can write cos t d omega minus x dk whole divided by 2. So this is what the formula I am going to get. So when I apply the formula, sin a plus sin b is equal to 2 sin a plus b by 2 into cos a minus b by 2. Okay, sir, ಇದೆಯಾ? ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇದನ್ನ?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir.
Others?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now see here in the sin term observe ಮಾಡಿ. cos term ಹಾಗೆಯಲ್ಲಿ cos term ಅನ್ನು ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. sin term ಒಳಗಡೆ sin of 2 omega plus d omega into t ಇದೆ, minus 2k plus dk into x ಇದೆ, divided by 2 ಇದೆ. So I have already told d omega is very small compared to omega. So therefore d omega is very very small compared to 2 omega. So therefore what I am going to do here, I am going to neglect this d omega in front of 2 omega. In sin term I am going to neglect d omega in front of 2 omega. 2 omega ಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ d omega ತುಂಬಾ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ. So therefore I am going to neglect d omega in front of 2 omega. Similarly, so there is 2k plus dk term. So compared to 2k, dk is very very small. So therefore I am going to neglect dk in front of 2k. So this approximation I am doing only for the sin term. cos ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋ ಹಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, cos ಅನ್ನು ಹಾಗೆ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. But in sin term ಒಳಗಡೆ so I can neglect d omega in front of 2 omega and I can neglect so dk in front of 2k. And if I do that simplification ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ then what I'm going to get is, okay, so then I'm going to get so 2a cos t into d omega minus x dk divided by 2. ಅಂದ್ರೆ cos term ಅನ್ನ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. I have combined this cos term with the 2a. 2a ಮತ್ತೆ cos term ಇದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ದೀನಿ ನೋಡಿ. So I have, that's why, so it is just a second. So it is 2a cos t d omega minus x dk divided by 2. ಇದೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ರೀಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದಷ್ಟೇ, ರೀಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. sin of omega t minus kx. sin of omega t minus kx ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು? It is because so d omega ಹೊರಟಾಗುತ್ತೆ, t 2 omega ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ d omega ಬಿಡ್ತೀರೋ it becomes 2 omega. So 2 cancel ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So therefore it is omega into t. Similarly there is minus 2k term. dk you are neglecting. So therefore you can leave this d omega dk. So it is 2k divided by 2 ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Again 2 cancel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So therefore it is kx. Okay. So therefore what I am going to get is it is 2a cos t d omega minus x dk divided by 2 into sin of omega t minus kx. Okay na? Idiಷ್ಟು ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ?
Yes, sir.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಅಂತ? cos term ಅನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ, cos term ಅನ್ನ 2a ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫ್ಲವರ್ ಬ್ರಾಕೆಟ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಹಾಕಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. sin omega t minus kx ಹೇಗೆ ಬಂತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ, so I will neglected d omega in front of d, so 2 omega, so therefore d omega ಹೊರಟೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So but 2 omega divided by 2 ಅಂತಿದೆ, 2 cancel ಆಗಿ omega ಮಾತ್ರ ಉಳ್ಕೊಳ್ತಿದೆ, so therefore it is omega t. Similarly, so compared to 2k, dk can be neglected, so therefore 2k divided by 2 ಮಾಡ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಇಂದ 2 ಇದೆ, so therefore k ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ so here this becomes minus kx, omega t minus kx. So therefore, so this expression can be written as the expression this 2a cos of t d omega minus x into dk divided by 2 antidiyala, this whole thing can be written as capital A. If we write this whole thing, if flower bracket alli ide nodಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, topmost expression alli flower bracket alli idena, I am calling it as capital A. So therefore I can write y is equal to capital A sin omega t minus kx. Okay, so this is what your equation 3, actually equation 3 represents. So the equation of, so the superposed wave, we considered two waves, ಎರಡು waves ನ consider ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ, wave 1 and wave 2 ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ವಿ. So the two waves superposed each other. ನೋಡಿ equation 1 ಮತ್ತೆ equation 2 ನಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು equation ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, so these two waves are superposing, and after they superpose they are actually producing superposed wave. Okay, and that superposed wave has an expression y is equal to capital A sin of omega t minus kx, equation 3. Okay, our superposed wave also has an angular frequency omega, also has propagation constant k, but its amplitude is not small a, its amplitude is capital A. And what is that capital A amplitude? Amplitude is actually given by capital A is equal to 2a cos of t d omega minus x dk divided by 2 na ಈ ತರ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, d omega by 2 into t dk by 2 into x. ಓಕೆ ನಾ ಈ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? the same thing ಎರಡು ಕಡೆನೂ divided by 2 ಅಂತ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so the amplitude of the resultant wave, amplitude of the superposed wave is actually not a constant. Amplitude of the two waves, okay, individual waves y1 and y2 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ, their amplitudes were fixed, their amplitudes were constant, a small letter a and small letter a, but amplitude of the superposed wave is capital A, and amplitude of the superposed wave capital A, as per this expression, is not a constant. It is a function of time, it is a function of space also. X ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಟೈಮ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎರಡರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೂಡ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. So therefore you can write so the capital A as 2a into cos of d omega by 2 into t dk by 2 into x ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So now using this expression it is possible to write the group velocity. How do you write the group velocity? Group velocity is very simple. So t ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, what is the coefficient of t? Coefficient of t is d omega by 2, and the d omega by 2 I have taken in the numerator. Coefficient of x is dk by 2, that I have taken in the denominator. So 2 cancel agutte, so therefore Vg becomes equal to d omega by dk. So this is equation 4, and that is how Vg becomes equal to d omega by dk. Okay, so we have proved that group velocity is given by d omega by dk. So group velocity Vg is nothing but so differentiation of omega with respect to k. Okay na? So therefore I repeat, small a is amplitude of first wave, small a is amplitude of second wave, and both of them are constants, whereas capital A is the amplitude of the resultant wave. What is the resultant wave? Resultant wave is nothing but the wave that is actually coming from superposition of the two waves, y1 y2 ಅಂತ ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಲ್ಲ, ಎರಡು waves superpose ಆದಾಗ ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, so that is your resultant wave, and that resultant wave has an amplitude of capital A. And what is capital A? Capital A is given by this expression 2a cos of d omega by 2 into t minus dk divided by 2 into x. Okay, and as per this expression, so capital A is not constant. Small a ಗಳ constant ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ capital A constant ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ resultant wave ಬರ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, a resultant wave no amplitude so is not a constant. It is changing with respect to time t, it is also changing with respect to place x. So therefore, so the amplitude itself is moving like a wave. And what is the velocity of the wave? Amplitude. So that is nothing but your group velocity, and group velocity is simple. So t ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನ್ಯೂಮರೇಟರ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, so x ಪಕ್ಕ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಡಿನಾಮಿನೇಟರ್ ಬರ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. It is d omega by 2 dk by 2, 2 cancel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, so therefore you can write it as d omega by 2 d omega by dk. So ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, this is a standard question from your examination point of view. Derive Vg is equal to d omega by dk ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. Okay na? Okay, next shall I proceed to the next topic?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now we want to write down. We wrote expression for phase velocity. We wrote expression for group velocity. Now we want to relate phase velocity and group velocity. We want to write a relationship between phase velocity and group velocity. Okay. This is also a very important question from your examination point of view. So derive relationship between phase velocity and group velocity. Okay, na? So therefore, that is what we are doing now. Group velocity is given by Vg is equal to d omega by dk. That is already known. Equation 1. So group velocity is Vg is equal to d omega by dk is equal to equation 1. Now omega is angular frequency. Angular frequency can be written as 2 pi f. How the sarina? Angular frequency omega is equal to 2 pi f. F is frequency. Now frequency and relation between frequency and wavelength, frequency is equal to wave velocity or phase velocity. Phase velocity divided by lambda. Vp is equal to f into lambda. So therefore f is equal to Vp divided by lambda. So therefore I can write. So f is equal to Vp by lambda. So therefore omega becomes equal to 2 pi Vp divided by lambda. Is this okay? This is equation 2. Gottaita hege bantu anta?
Yes, sir.
Because f is equal to Vp by lambda, where Vp is the phase velocity. Phase velocity or wave velocity, they are one and the same. So v is equal to f lambda agutte. So therefore f becomes v by lambda. Bari v banta barkobardu, Vp anta barkobeku. So therefore it is Vp by lambda. Now from equation 2, so this equation 2 I am going to differentiate. I am differentiating equation 2 with respect to lambda. So ನಾನು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ equation 2 ನ omega is equal to 2 pi Vp divided by lambda ಅಂತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನ differentiate ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. So if I differentiate, so then I am going to get d omega by d lambda is equal to 2 pi constant ಇದೆ. This Vp by lambda, both of them are variables. Vp ಮತ್ತೆ lambda ಎರಡು ಕೂಡ variable ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So ಹಾಗಾಗಿ either we have to use quotient rule or product rule. ನಾನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ product rule ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. So first function 1 by lambda ಹಾಗೆ ಇದೆ into differentiation of second function. So second function is Vp. First function is 1 by lambda. Second function is Vp. Differentiation of Vp is dVp by d lambda. We don't know what is Vp, so therefore dVp by d lambda plus Vp differentiation of 1 by lambda. Can somebody say what is the differentiation of minus 1 by lambda? Sorry, 1 by lambda?
Minus 1 by lambda square.
Yes, it is minus 1 by lambda square. So therefore it is minus into plus. It is minus. So therefore it is minus Vp divided by lambda square. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? So I am differentiating equation 2. 2 pi is equal to omega is equal to 2 pi Vp divided by lambda, and I am applying product rule. Quotient rule also you can apply, but I am applying quotient product rule because it is very easy. So it is 2 pi constant. First function 1 by lambda. Differentiation of second function Vp, it is dVp by d lambda. Plus, so second function Vp, differentiation of 1 by lambda. Differentiation of 1 by lambda. So it is minus 1 by lambda square. So therefore it becomes minus Vp divided by lambda square. Now I can take lambda square outside. I am taking 1 by lambda square outside. So once I take 1 by lambda square outside, it becomes d omega by d lambda is equal to 2 pi by lambda square into, there is 1 by lambda here. So therefore this becomes lambda into dVp by d lambda minus Vp. So this is equation 3. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದು?
Yes, sir.
Equation 2 ನ with respect to lambda differentiate ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ and 2 pi by lambda square ಅಂತ, I mean 1 by lambda square ಆಚೆ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆಚೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ this is what the equation I am going to get. This is equation 3. d omega by d lambda is equal to 2 pi by lambda square into lambda dVp d lambda divided by, sorry, minus Vp. So this is what the equation. Now let us go to the next one. Now we have k is equal to 2 pi by lambda. I think you also know this propagation constant k is given by 2 pi by lambda. Correct? Is this correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If k is equal to 2 pi by lambda, then what is dk by d lambda? I want to differentiate k with respect to lambda. What is dk by d lambda? dk by d lambda is equal to 2 pi constant. Differentiation of 1 by lambda is
1 by
it's
lambda.
again minus 1 by
1 by
lambda.
lambda.
Minus 1 by lambda square. It's again minus 1 by lambda square. So therefore it is dk by d lambda becomes minus 2 pi by lambda square. ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? So see here, previous expression. So previous expression says d omega by d lambda is equal to 2 pi by lambda square into lambda dVp d lambda minus Vp. Now next expression, dk by d lambda is equal to minus 2 pi by lambda square. Now what is Vg? We know that Vg is equal to d omega by dk. This is the standard definition. So omega is equal, Vg is equal to d omega by dk. How do you write d omega by dk? D omega by dk can be written as d omega by d lambda dk divided by d lambda. Okay, it's ಸರಿ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇದು? d omega by dk can be written as d omega by d lambda, dk by d lambda. That's why we are doing d omega by d lambda. So previous expression ಅಲ್ಲಿ d omega by d lambda ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ next expression ಅಲ್ಲಿ dk by d lambda ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. So therefore Vg is equal to d omega by dk, that can be written as d omega by d lambda into dk by d lambda. So what is d omega by d lambda? D omega by d lambda is 2 pi by lambda square, lambda dpp minus d lambda minus vp, that is equation 3. And what is dk by d lambda? Minus 2 pi by lambda square, that is equation 4. So therefore Vg is equal to equation 3 divided by equation 4, 2 pi by lambda square into lambda dvp minus d lambda minus vp divided by minus dk by d lambda as per equation 4. This is minus 2 pi by lambda square. So therefore 2 pi by lambda square, 2 pi by lambda square cancel ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, minus numerator ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. So therefore Vg is equal to minus lambda dvp by d lambda minus vp. If you take minus inside, then you are going to get Vg is equal to, so minus into minus, minus into plus minus ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So therefore minus lambda dvp by d lambda is the last expression, minus into minus plus ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, vp is the first expression. So therefore Vg becomes equal to Vp minus lambda dVp by d lambda. So equation 5. So Vg group velocity is equal to Vp phase velocity minus lambda times dVp by d lambda. So equation 5. And this is what the equation 5 is, the relationship between phase velocity and group velocity. This is what the equation we wanted to derive, and we derived the expression for the group velocity and the phase velocity. So when doubt idea,